What's going on, smart people? I've spent a good amount of time constructing what I think is the most optimal workspace that a physics student could want, and I realized what kind of monster would just hold that information in their thought cabin. So today I'm going to be showing you my workspace, where I get all of my studying, homework, and videos for the most part done. And we're going to kick things off with this desk that you see here. You see, this is an L-shaped desk. A lot of people might make the mistake of getting one really long desk, and I can understand the thought process. You'd like to be able to spread out, but with a long desk, everything is so far apart from each other. Whereas this basically is a long desk, but you can just turn to the other side of the desk instead of having to move all of the way over, so you can clearly see how efficient this is. I got this desk on Amazon for like $100 or something. It's cheap, it works, I love this desk. The only thing that it doesn't have is it doesn't have drawers built in, but I got these little drawers that you can see right over here on Amazon as well for like maybe $20. Let me give you a proper view of this desk because me spinning around probably didn't help much. Oh yeah, that's L-shaped all right. Cool, moving on. The next thing is these drawers that I showed you that are supposed to make up for the fact that my desk does not have drawers built in. If I were to get these again, I probably wouldn't because, yeah, they can hold pencils and paper and stuff like that, but they can't fit average size binders in them, which I would find particularly useful because I like to have a separate binder for each course that I'm taking. So just having a nice spot to put them where it doesn't make anything look cluttered would be nice. So that's the next area for improvement, but it still is nice to have. For those of you who are curious about the names, this is STERILITE 3 drawers. Dimensions are 13.5 by 11 by 10 and a fourth, and you know they're fine. It came with 2 drawers, so it's 2 sets of 3 drawers, if that makes sense, so 6 drawers altogether. The next thing that you obviously need, it kind of goes without saying, is you need a cat. I'm assuming you already knew that. Now, I clearly spend a lot of time at this desk, so I need to be able to sit down for a while, which is why I have this comfy chair. To be honest with you, a regular office chair would be fine. There's probably ones that are even more comfortable than this, but you know, it's kind of the gimmick of it's kind of like the PewDiePie chair, and it at least reclines, and it also has like an ottoman that pulls out so that you can kick your feet up, which is kind of nice. It's a little fragile, or it seems a little fragile, so I mean, you can or could do without this. You could just get like a regular office chair, but I love this chair. But you know what? This is a show and tell, so let me show you how this pulls out real quick. Did I mention it has lumbar support as well? All of your lums will be barred. There we go. So that is the chair completely pulled out. You can kick your feet up. What's next? Probably my favorite aspect of this room is this whiteboard that you see behind me. I don't remember what the dimensions are exactly. I'll be sure to put the dimensions on the screen though. This was a little over $300. It was kind of expensive. I think it was worth it. It was relatively easy to install, and I installed it by myself. But what is a whiteboard without dry erase markers? And as you can see here, in this drawer, we have all of my dry erase markers. I like them black. Last but not least is my halo light, which changes the lighting from looking like this, kind of shadowy and just non-uniform, to this, which is much more clear and shows off how sweaty I get. Now to see what the light actually looks like, let me just turn this around. Yeah, there you go. Let's turn that, there we go. I don't know, is that helping? That's what that looks like. The only downside to this light is how it projects onto the whiteboard. Here, let me show you what I mean. Everything looks fine. It's a little dark because it's not directed at the whiteboard so much right here. But if I move the light to where you could really light up the whiteboard, you see that you get that little circle that goes on the whiteboard. And I have to go out of my way to try to make sure that that doesn't show up. And the only way that I found to really fix that still ends up casting a shadow on this side of the whiteboard when I make those kinds of videos. So I'm working on that. I might end up investing in like a softbox or something in the future, but the only real other room for improvement that I see is I don't really have a designated spot for textbooks and stuff. I normally just end up using or putting the ones that I'm using on this little shelf over here. Like for example, right now I have my classical mechanics textbook there and math methods. So what I'll probably end up doing is installing some of those floating shelves where I can put textbooks that I have to more frequently reference. But that's about it. This is my study space. Clearly there's some room for improvement, but I love it. Let me know in the comments section, what would your dream study space look like? And I'll see you guys there. I just saw the cat.